Financial freedom is within reach for those who understand their credit worth and take steps to grow their finances. At the Africa Credit Expo 2024, the spotlight was on empowering individuals and businesses for economic growth and financial inclusion. Organized by Credit Registry, the event was put together to foster learning, collaboration, and growing together towards a more financially empowered Africa.
This is Africa Credit Expo 2024 taking place at the Oriental Hotel, Lagos, where industry experts and leaders have gathered to share from their wealth of knowledge on financial matters. There are lined up activities and we are here to catch key moments of the event, bringing you reports in a bit. I am Grace Komolafe.
Sure that by 2030, they were able to get 3 million families through a financial literacy program that would allow for them to begin that journey to financial freedom and to building financial wealth. And so that is our goal with ACE 2024, and that is going to be our goal at least through 2030, is to help 3 million families to be able to achieve that. So I hope each and every one of you can join us in that initiative. It is a big goal, but you know, they say you have to take on the big goals if you want to achieve. And so you guys, thank you so much for being here. And the last group that I definitely don't want to miss out, and if they will take a moment, will be our VIPs and our board of directors. If you would please give them a round of applause, because they are here and they made this event possible. So thank you so much.
They are not just industry gatherings, but catalysts for real transformative change. I applaud the efforts of the organizers and all partners involved in making this a reality. I wish you a fruitful deliberations and a successful expo. Let this event serve as a powerful platform for advancing the financial empowerment of our people and the economic progress of our great continent. Thank you, and I look forward to the outcomes of this significant gathering. Thank you very much.
The expo brought together top professionals and financial experts who shared strategies on credit building, loan access, and business growth. For Credit Registry, financial inclusion isn't just a goal, it is a necessity.
It's an event put together by Credit Registry. Credit Registry is a licensed credit bureau, licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria, to basically collect and disseminate credit information to help lenders manage and assess risk, and to also help Nigerian consumers and small businesses to get access to more credit.
This event started last year, and it was born out of the need to sensitize, to make aware, to create the awareness to the consumers. You know, for the longest time, we've been in existence over 20 years, Credit Registry. In fact, Credit Registry is the pioneer credit bureau of Nigeria. And, you know, we worked B2B with the banks, consumers. Were not really our end, you know, we didn't reach the consumer. But over time, we realized that the Nigerian consumer and Africa as a whole, they're becoming very savvy, and credit is really a tool to help move our economy. And so we came about coming up with how do we reach more consumers.
Last I want to talk about is cultural reorientation, changing the mindset of people. I think that's the hardest part of credit. That our culture tells us that we borrow money and we become uniquely. Or I'm an Igbo boy, so I have to say my own. That means that you borrow money and you are looked down upon. But people have to rethink credit that way, as a way to improve the quality of their lives.
Look at one, prioritizing inclusive growth. Inclusive growth must be our guiding principle. Our financial systems must be accessible to all, regardless of any socio-economic status. Too often, underserved populations face barriers that limit their access to credit and financial services. By collaborating with fintech innovators and local organizations, we can create tailored solutions that address the unique challenges faced by these communities.
The second is empathy. For the purposes of this discussion, empathy is they are in it for you. You are in it for them. That is what the empathy in this case looks like. And logic, the last one. Do you know what you're talking about? When you showed up to that bank to get a loan, did you know what you were talking about? Do you know your business? Do you know your models? Do you know your profit margin? Do you know what it is you're selling and why?
I need to transit from the current economic model to a more robust and technology-oriented economy.
Women in Africa are stepping up their games as they continue to lean on each other for tremendous growth. The event was another opportunity to help unlock women's full financial potential through inclusivity and access to credit, with a robust conversation on the panel. The powerful by nature part of the lined-up activities explored how women play key roles in economic development and how they can become better.
The first thing I teach them, two things I teach them. It's important that you keep your word. Your word is your bond. Yeah. You don't have to wait till you sign documents or be bound by some legal instrument. You have to say, I have given my word, I must keep it. Irrespective of the environment that is permissive and says, Shebi is Nigeria, don't worry. You have to change that paragraph. So that trust, and second thing is, you must understand life is a problem-solving exercise.
The world we're in today, with a double-digit high in inflation, everybody's looking for a safe haven. I think one of the key things we need to always remember is to diversify our assets, to diversify our wealth. We have the treasury bills, we have the bonds in the market now, which are going at a double-digit rate. And we have the money market, which would just be a simple fixed deposit that you want to put in the bank. And so it's important not to put all your hard-earned money into one basket, because you look at the average. I know that in the market generally, the stock market has been going with lips and bonds. I did some investment in that space and I refuse to look at the app for some time now because I'm not happy with what I'm seeing there.
Financial literacy is so crucial. When you manage your finances, you're managing your life. So please, live below your means. Ensure you're saving, ensure you're putting your money in the right bucket, ensure you're diversifying, do the right thing, have financial discipline, and your life will go much more smoothly.
Be original, be authentic. Every other person is a photocopy. Just be yourself. And that is what African Credit Expo is telling us. They are here to support you. And at Masterclass, we are building a technology that will sustain and power a world that never stops. A technology that never fails. And choose your friends. Your network is your net worth. Go out there and be a good representative of the continent.
Well, the theme was apt, and of course my panel talking about power by nature, because we believe that as women we downplay ourselves in many ways. Like I was saying on the panel, some people would say, I'm just a stay-at-home mom, I don't do anything, but you do though. Because as a woman, you're running a house. You're actually the chief executive officer of your family. You budget. You're the minister of budget. You are the health doctor. You're the doctor. You also are the finance advisor. You're able to pinch everything together. You are operating the entire family. When the kids go to bed, when they wake up, what school they go, what degree they should get. Believe it or not, a lot of moms, we are influencing those decisions. Our sons, what wives they want to marry. I mean, come on now, we do a lot. So I called us the CEO. CEO in our profession and CEO at home.
Brands exhibition at the event was another big platform for brands to showcase their products, network, and possibly initiate business deals. Beyond the main event, the expo offered more than discussions. It gave attendees practical tools through masterclasses, breakout sessions, and workshops to improve their financial lives, as attendees shared their excitement, highlighting the value of the connections made and the knowledge gained.
Okay, so I'm a business owner. I have learned a lot on how to take my business into the next level. I have notes on how to strategically take my business into the next level, and which is why I came here in the first place.
I had a lot more expectations, although I still got one or two messages from the whole event. I would prefer if there's more awareness as to financial literacy and freedom among the youth. So telling and creating more awareness and programs for youth to engage in as well. And also one other thing I got from the event, from the women that were speaking earlier on, they mentioned living within our means, and that's one thing I intend to take home today, because as a girl, we want flashy things, yes, and then in this economy right now, we really need to live within our means. Yes.
The event was insightful. It was really great. I mostly enjoyed the masterclass, where we learned about strategies for sustainable small business growth. The masterclass was really insightful, and I would say that is the part I enjoy most.
We can't grow the economy without availability of consumer credit, which the country is very low about right now. So the Nigeria Consumer Credit Card was set up to rejig the economy, to increase buying power, for people to have access to funds to live a good life. And this is made available through funds available to financial institutions, banks, fintechs, microfinance banks for onward lending out.
We are a money lending company. We give out loans to federal government workers and some few states. So I think it's very important to attend a summit like this, because this is where you meet people, the networking part of the business, and I think it's very important to be here.
We are the African Credit Expo 2024, and C24 is a credit vendor. We give loans to SMEs, we give loans to personal people, we give loans to salary earners, business owners, we give all kinds of loans. Actually, we give loans to keep you going.
As you well know, there's been a lot of fintech companies that are coming to the market. So Nigerians are getting used to the idea of taking credit. This conference is really to help Nigerians understand that credit also needs to be used responsibly. So in other words, you shouldn't really borrow beyond your means. You should also plan to pay back the loans that you take. Otherwise, it's going to affect your creditworthiness and ability to take more credit in the future. But you'll be surprised that if you were to approach the lender and explain your situation, they may be able to restructure the credit, to the time when you can actually have the ability to pay back. But what most of us don't do is to sort of hide from paying our debt, and then the lender will report that information to the credit bureau, and then that really marks and affects your creditworthiness. So I will encourage Nigerians who are having challenges with cash flow, who maybe have lost a job or are not earning enough to make their loan payment, to try to see whether they can work with their lenders to restructure. That's what I would recommend. Our dream actually is to really help Nigeria become a credit economy, because credit is a driver of economic growth. A lot of people don't earn enough to buy a car or a home without saving for years, or in case of a home for decades. And so that slows down the consumption, okay? So in other words, one of the ways to increase economic productivity is to provide credit to employed Nigerians so that they can buy now, okay, because they have an income, buy now a car, pay back over 3, 4, 5 years, buy a home, pay back over 20 years or so.
Africa Credit Expo 2024 created that platform for learning, collaboration, and growth. Attendees left empowered, ready to take charge of their financial futures. Africa's journey to financial inclusion and freedom continues, and the Africa Credit Expo is leading the way. Grace Komalafe, Souk News Television.